Hey everyone, welcome back to the BFD channel. Today we're going to be upgrading the T-line brakes. Alright. Today we're going to be installing the B1 Ultra brake set from Miller Designs. Thank you, Ted, for sending these to me to test out. They look wonderful. He also sent me the matching brake levers, and these are also have the same name, so they're both a matching set called the B1 Ultra. What makes these nice is they are super lightweight. They don't require adapters to make them work on the Brompton. They're made specifically for the Brompton. They're 100% made in the USA, and they come with different colors. You can ask him, maybe he can customize the color for you. The quality is top-notch. Specifications: 178 grams for the set. Does not require adapters. It has extended legs specifically made for the Brompton. It works with mud guards. And for 2024, it has improved leverage and rigidity. Okay, so it's a lot more beefier than the previous generations. It has faster actuation speed, titanium hardware, and he also offers custom colors, and it comes with a 5-year warranty. These are the type of brakes that you would expect the T-line to come with. When I had originally bought the T-line, I noticed that the stock Brompton brakes were used on the T-lines, the Steel Bike, and the Superlight. All right, and it would have been nice to see an updated or an upgraded version of brakes. So if the T-line were to come with stock brakes, something like this would be it, in my opinion. You might be wondering why I would want to upgrade my E-wing brakes with these brakes, and let's compare the two right now. The E-wing brake sets have been used on the Brompton for a long time. Many people prefer this brake over the stock brake because they simply look nice, they have better hardware. Basically, that's it. In order to get the E-wing brake set to work on your bike, you actually have to buy an adapter. And this adapter in the back is made by Type Parts Workshop, and you can see from the side it makes the side profile much wider looking. Okay, and since you have to buy the adapter, this brake set actually weighs a lot more. Let's get the scale and see how much this set weighs compared to the new brake. The unit of measure is in grams. Let's start off with the E-wing with the adapter. Okay, so the E-wing set with the adapter weighs 109 grams. And here is the new B1 Ultra by Miller Design. And it weighs 72 grams. So it weighs significantly lighter. So the weight savings is there. So this is much lighter. What makes the B1 Ultra lighter is the materials. The B1 Ultra uses carbon fiber on the brake itself, so that makes it significantly lighter, and also it does not require an adapter. Okay, so big difference. Once you hold it, you'll notice the weight difference. And the biggest reason why this is better than the E-wing set is the price point. Essentially, if you price in the cost of the brake, the adapter, and the brake levers, this thing is going to be 2-3 times more money than this set. So there's really no reason why you would not choose something that's lighter and costs half the price, in my opinion. All right, all right, all right. I notice every time I make a video, some of you keep saying all right to me. And Shoko has to edit out a lot of them as well, right? Right, Shoko? All right? All right. Yeah, so honestly, I really don't see any reason why you would want to get the E-wing now that there's a better brake set out, right? So always try and get the best brake for your Brompton. I haven't tested it yet, obviously, so I'm going to be putting this on the T-line and testing it out, and I'll definitely give you guys an update as I get more use out of it. And let me show you guys the lever real quick as well. So the brake lever and the brake itself are very mechanically pleasing. If you look at it, you can tell a lot of thought went into the design, and it's a work of art as well. You know, it's really nice to look at. That's one thing I look for in parts. I like things that look nice and are functional. I did take off the front brake, and I'm just going to do a quick install of the front so you guys can see what it looks like on the T-line. So I went ahead and I removed the grip and the old lever, and now I'm going to pull out the brake line to put on the new brake lever, and then I'll install the brake itself. I already have an aftermarket brake set, so my brake line for the front is long enough. If you are going to be doing this from the stock Brompton to an aftermarket brake set, you'll have to order new brake lines that are longer to make this system work. So I'm gonna have to pull this out. So while I have the old brake lever off, this one is made by Acifix. Let's see if there's some weight savings with the brake lever as well. Okay, so the old lever weighs 27 grams. And the new one weighs 23. So you even save more weight with the new levers as well. In order to use this brake lever with the brake cable, you're going to have to remove this screw and put the brake cable inside here first, and then put it in between the brake lever itself. Alright, so first you'll put it in here. Slide it in all the way. This will get it ready. Okay, and the end of the cable has a round piece that has to be sandwiched in between the lever here. So we're going to have to remove this screw. I guess there is a washer in between, so be careful and try not to lose it, or else you'll be looking for it on the floor. Alright, so I'm gonna take Alright, so now we're going to just simply take the lever off the main body piece. Okay, thank you, Shelko, for picking up my screw. I drop these every single video, and sometimes it takes like 10-15 minutes to find them. So once you remove a screw, make sure you have a certain location that you can put it in that you won't lose it. Okay, so now we're going to take, oh see, I just dropped the black piece. I said don't. Now you're going to take the lever and you're going to slide it very carefully apart like this. That'll give you enough space to put the wire in between. When you're putting this on, you want to put it on straight, so when it's inside the hole, you want the wire to sit straight as well. Mine's actually a little bent, so let me fix that before I put this in. Alright, here we go again. Alright, so you're going to take this wire and you want it to sit straight as possible when you're inserting it into the lever itself. So it's going to go like this, and you want it to be somewhere about here. And then, okay, snap it in so it sits nicely on one side, and then you're going to simply slide the other piece over it, and it should go in nice and smooth, and basically sandwich the lever perfectly onto both sides. So it'll look like this. Okay, so when it's inside here and you put it back on, so you want this cable to be straight, so when you're actually using it, it's going to be the smoothest. Okay, so before I put this on, I have to put that black washer in between, so don't just put this in. I just did it for a demonstration. So before I put this part back onto the piece over here, I'm gonna have to put this black piece in between here, and then I can put it on. Alright, and and then we'll put the bolt. Okay, so once you put this piece back in, you can screw down the bolt itself. Okay, and this is a T25 bit, so it's one of those star bits. So it actually looks pretty nice. And we'll simply tighten that down. Alright. Okay, and now you can simply route this back into the cable and onto the brake itself. Okay, so it actually it's not snagging and it feels nice and smooth. Alright. In order to get this on, we're going to have to loosen up these two bolts, and these two star screws are the T10s in size. So we're going to loosen that up real quick and we'll slide it on like so. Okay, and this has to go here like that. Okay. Alright, excellent, looks very nice. Okay, so before I tighten this part, I'm going to route the brake cable inside the housing, and then I'll attach it to the brake itself. Always be careful with the end. You don't want it to start fraying, because then you're gonna have problems getting it back in. So please take your time. Let's come up to here. That one looks good there. I had to put a new piece of cable on because I noticed the one I had on was actually snapped in half, and so I put a new one on, and I realized that the stock Jaguar cable, it'll fit into the old brake like this. The new brake lever and cable end on the stock T-line doesn't fit into the end here. So you have two choices. You're going to have to either sand this one down, which is what I'm going to do, or you're going to have to find an end like this, and this one would fit. Alright, so this is the other end of the cable. So if you can find one of these style cable ends, it'll fit nicely like so. Alright, so in my case, I just took some sandpaper and I thinned out the diameter of this end piece here, and now it fits nicely into it. So moving down to the actual brake itself, we're going to be reusing the stock T-line back piece because this piece is specifically designed for the T-line fork. If you get this brake set, they do come with the back piece that you can use if you have the Superlight or the Steel Bike, okay? But in the T-line's case, you want to reuse this one because the T-line fork, it's molded in the shape of this piece right here. So when this gets inserted into the back, this part here, and this part here actually fit perfectly and keep the brake onto the fork. Okay, so make sure you reuse this one if you're going to be using this brake on the T-line. We're simply going to put it into the fork, take the stock T-line piece and tighten it down. Good. Okay, and we'll straighten that one out here. I'm simply going to tighten the brake pads to position them onto the rim of the wheel correctly. So this one. All right, that's good. Save this, and I'll make adjustments later, but for now this looks all right. So we're going to take this end of the wire, and it's simply going to be routed into here, and then you have to thread it onto this piece. We'll put the bottom in first. And then we'll take this piece here. So this barrel lock has two tightening screws, so you're gonna have to tighten it on both sides little by little until you have it nicely locked in place. But put that in there. Okay, so for now I'm going to hold it like so and find my little wrench. Alright, and we'll start tightening it down. Just make sure this is as tight as can be. Okay, this process will take a few minutes maybe. You're just gonna have to wiggle the cable up until it's in the right position. Alright, and that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna put the Forager Cycles cable end back on, and that completes this front brake at least. Put that on. Alright, so the front brake is on, the front lever is on. I'll have to finish the back end and tidy up the handlebar. But I hope you guys like this video, and thank you, Ted, for sending these in to be tested. I'll be using this bike many times over the summer, so I'll let you guys know what I think about it in a few months, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright.